Hey guys, welcome to Chalking Creations with Carol. I'm so glad that you guys have come to watch me do just a little project today. If you are jumping on, please remember to say hello so I know that you're here. And also, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you put hashtag replay so I know you dropped by. We're going to give it just a couple moments and see who drops on to see us tonight. Hey, Katie, welcome. I don't get to see you much. You come on every once in a while. Hey, Miss Jenny, so glad you're here tonight. Love talking to you today. Hope I gave you lots of information. Hey, Sierra. So glad to see that you made it on. You're home safe. So, like I said, I'm going to give it just a few moments to see who all drops in. I'm going to do our new transfer for the month, our Club Couture. I'm just trying to make sure I get things straight on this side too, guys. My room's a little bit of a mess. Sierra and Lexi came over today, and Morgan and them have played in my room all day, which is great. I am so happy that they enjoyed it. Hey, Morgan. Morgan's on her way back home to Pennsylvania, so she's not here to join me tonight to help me out. So it's a little lonely in my room. I guess I just have to have Tim back there, and he doesn't really talk to me much, so. But that's okay. It's okay. You know, it's Friday. Yay, it's Friday. The weekend's going to be here, so really soon. Can't come soon enough for me. Nope. Yep, you're in Maryland, Morgan. Well, at least now I know where you are. At least you've gotten that far. So, all right. So let me just get a few things going here. I like to kind of keep up with things here. So, all right. Let's see who else is going to drop in. So we are going to do our new Club Couture transfer. It is the May one. And I know it's backwards, guys. I'm so sorry. I wish Facebook would fix their program because since the update, I can't turn my camera around without having a green screen. So hopefully they'll fix that soon because I'm very, very sad. But we are going to do Love Conquers All. This is our new transfer for the month of May. So if you are a Club Couture member already, you should be getting this in the mail. I think they start shipping them out on the 5th and the 6th. So you should be getting them soon. So you'll be able to play with yours too. If you are not a Club Couture member, this is your chance, guys. Come on, get on board. It's only $19.99 a month. And you're going to get a unique transfer just for club members only. You're going to get 3 paste packs. They're kind of small. Actually, I was listening to somebody today that said that on like very small little portions of it, if you wanted to, like, you had a small transfer, you wanted to cut one up, you can use that paste. It's enough in there for like 8 projects, which I didn't even realize that, but hey, good to know. It's a nice little tip. I guess it just depends on how much you use and how much you put back into the container. But like I said, it's $19.99 a month. It comes straight to your house. It's your transfer, 3 paste packs. You'll need to order a squeegee. And you could order some stir sticks. They're not very expensive. And I think you get like, I don't know, 24 of them for hardly anything. You'll also want to purchase a surface, guys. Some kind of surface, or you can chalk on any surface that you have at your home. So you may already have a chalkboard. You may have some glass or a mirror. You can chalk on your wall. How about an old milk can? You could chalk on that. There's lots of surfaces that you have in your home that you can chalk on. But we also offer nice surfaces on our website. A lot of them are reusable, so you can use them over and over. So when you get tired of the design that's on it, you can just take it off and then put another design on it. So those are things to think about. So if you're interested in that, just put #club. I can get you all the information. You will be signing up for next month's transfer. So you won't be getting this one. You'll be getting next month's transfer. Now, if you want this one, you could do this as an add-on, and you would be charged the $19.99 plus your the taxes on it, and they would ship this to your house. And then next month, you would get your new one. But if you decide that you just want to join for next month, they won't charge your credit card until next month when that transfer ships out. So it's a good way to get some things in your hands. Also, I have a VIP group. I have a lot of things going on in there right now. I'm getting ready to do a virtual party. You don't have to do anything. You just have to show up and kind of interact with me as I'm on there. There's different little things that you're going to see. You're going to be able to play along. I'll do a little short video towards the end, and then I'll do the closing of the party. You can shop in my store. That's going to be next Monday, so I won't be here live. I will be in my VIP group doing that party with the ones that are going to be in there. And that's going to be around 8 o'clock, I think is what we decided. So you'll want to be in there. So, well, I see I do have several people on. Let's see. Morgan says, what? Oh, like 30 miles. Oh, I was like, you blew your tire out. No, wrong thing. I didn't quite read it all, Morgan. So about the same place that you did that. Got you. Hey, Lee. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're still here, I know you always like to come on. Hey, Lily. Hey, Quinn. Quinn, I'm so glad to see you here. Jenny was on earlier. I don't know. Sometimes she's here, sometimes she's not. I never know if she stays or what. But I'm so glad you came in to join me tonight. And I enjoyed talking to you guys earlier today. So I hope I helped you out in some things. And if you have any questions, always remember, I can try to help you out as much as I can. So we are going to go ahead and get started on this little project. This is a project that I did a while back. I kind of combined a couple things. I actually combined like 2 or 3 transfers to come up with this. And this is one of our Chalk Couture boards. And I'm sorry, guys, I can't remember the name of it. I'm still trying to remember everything. But it is a chalkboard. And as you can see, the chalk paste, it starts out wet. It's water soluble. Starts out wet and it dries hard. So you don't have to worry about this coming off. If you have children, you don't have to worry about like a regular chalkboard with chalk, and you write something on there, and then a few minutes later or a week later, they run by it and they smear it. And so then you have to start all over again. So this, you don't have to worry about. They can touch it. It's not going anywhere. But the thing I love about Chalk Couture is it is water soluble, and because of that, I bet I do not have my spray bottle. My kids were here earlier today, and I am still trying to get my room together. So let me run really quick. I promise I won't be gone very long. Talk among yourselves. I'm going to get my spray bottle. I am back. Did you miss me? So here's the deal with my spray bottle. I was going to give it to Morgan so she could take it home. And then we decided to just put some distilled water in a little container for her so she could take it home because she can't find distilled water. And her chalk paste, if you were with me last night, ended up being kind of thick and she was having some issues. And I said, you need water. So she sat here last night while I was on live and she put water in there and her paste was so much better. And she's like, oh my goodness. So she has a bottle at home, so she's just going to put some water, some distilled water in it. I didn't have the spray bottle, Morgan, because it was in the kitchen. I had to go get it. So we are going to spray this. Like I said, it's dry. It's not going anywhere. But I'm going to spray it because, like I said, it is water soluble. So it's going to reactivate the paste that's on here. And it's going to allow us to be able to get it off. And we're going to have a brand new surface that we can chalk on. So that's the good thing about Chalk Couture. You can always change your pictures out. So no more going out and buying a picture and then you buy it for the season and then the next holiday comes or the seasons change and you have to take it off your wall, pack it away, bring out another one or go to the store and buy one. You just take this down, you change it out, you put the next thing on it and you hang it right back up. Easy peasy. I love that. All right, guys. So we did let this sit for a few minutes, and I love this scraper. I tell you guys all the time, it is definitely something to invest in. They're not very expensive on my chalk site, and I love it because it literally scrapes every bit of this paste off of that board. I love it. And if you get one, you are going to love it just as much as I do. It's one of my favorite tools. We had a little questionnaire one time in one of the groups that I was in, and they were asking about what our favorite thing was that Chalk Couture had. And this is what I put on there. This is my favorite tool. We have a lot of tools, but this is my favorite. And I think it's because I don't use it every single solitary day, but when I use it, it's like, this is so easy. If I had to sit here and spray this and take my chalk eraser and try to get that up and wipe it and try to get it up and wipe it and try to get it up, it probably would take me much longer. But with this, it's all piled right here in the center. I can take a paper towel. I can get it all together. I can wipe this off. And I can throw it in the trash. It's the thing I like about it. Now I can tell you, because I have had that on here, sometimes you'll get a hazing or what we call ghosting. And I can still see, and I don't know if you guys can. I tried to show you guys the other night. It didn't really come up where you could see it, but maybe if I hold it in a different direction, you can still see kind of the words that are on there. And that's just a little hazing that's left over from the chalk paste, or like I said, what we call ghosting. It's just kind of there. You can see it there. So the way to get that off is to use your board eraser, which I just had, right? I did just have it up right here, right here. My very loved board eraser. I will use it until there is none left. So it has been very well loved. So I'm going to dip it in a little water over here. Oh, Quinn, you ordered it today. You're going to love it. I'm telling you. It'll be your favorite tool that you use. Other than this board eraser. The board erasers are pretty awesome too. So we're just going to come in here. I'm just going to kind of do some little circles, trying to pull up that paste. I hope I'm not shaking the camera too much. Just going back and forth. And then we'll dry this off again. And it's going to be a brand new, perfectly clean, dry board that is ready for us to chalk on. And then, as you can see, there is nothing left. There's just a little water there. I saw it in the camera. But you can see there is no ghosting on there. There's no haze. There's no nothing. It is perfectly clean. So, how's Miss Shirley tonight? Welcome. I'm so glad you guys came on. So, we're going to do Love Conquers All. And I'm not real sure how I'm going to do it. But you know what? It's going to come to me as I go. I am going to do it this way. So, although I'm going to make sure I have the hooks in the right place, because the back of this does have a hook here, and it also has one here. So we do want to make sure that that's at the top. I am going to use my fuzzing cloth. Hey, Kathleen! I am so glad you're on here. I have missed talking to you. Hope you're having a great day. Quinn, I don't know if she's on here. If I don't know that Jenny's on here, Quinn. You might have to give her a little poke. Sometimes she forgets I come on live, but you know, it is what it is, right? At least you're on here. Having internet problems keeps cutting. Oh, Shirley, I'm sorry, but I am so glad that you came on. I'm glad you're enjoying my little tutorials here. I have so much fun doing this. This is so me. And I know that there are other people out there that this is so them. I can see a lot of people doing this. So I'm really glad that I found it. It is a good outlet for me. So, all right, guys. So I'm going to do a couple little things here. I am going to move that out of the way because I do want to do these little tags. And you know I love tags. I know I tell you all the time how much I love tags. I just absolutely do. I don't know why I love them. I just do. I think it adds a little bit to it. I did see Sarah, she did this project the other day. I loved what she did with it. And of course, I'm going to use some of her ideas and then make some of my own. So, and that's what we do. We get inspiration from all kinds of people. So if you see something that I do that you like, by all means, do it. But turn it around. Make it your own, you know? That's what it's all about. So I'm just taking a little bit of our black and I'm going to put it in here with a little bit of water because I want to change the color of these tags a little bit. So this is the other thing that you can do with our paste. You can use it as a paint. It is not paint, but you can thin it down so that you can use it kind of like a paint or a whitewash. And of course, I'm just going to, and I did this the other night with and made them blue. But because my board is black, I want to use more of a black. So I'm just very thinly coming across these and painting them black as I go along here. And it's nice and thin. And I'm not going to worry about the backs. I'm just going to do the fronts of them, guys, so that we can not be on here all night. And if I decide I want to do the backs, I can do them later when you guys aren't with me. So tell me about your day, guys. Tell me what you have been doing. I worked, like always. I know you guys probably get tired of me saying that, but I did go to work today. But I got off a little early because I wanted to spend a little bit of time with Morgan before she left to go back home to her home. So it was kind of sad to see her leave, but that's what happens when you have children. They all grow up and they eventually, you know, leave the house. And I think she was missing her house, even though it was good to see her. And she was, I'm sure she loved seeing me. So, anyway, I love seeing her. And Ryan. and Ryan. So it was good having them here for a couple days. I didn't get to spend much time with them because I worked most of the time, but we did get to see each other before they left, so it was a good Mother's Day kind of surprise that she came in. And we had so much fun on here last night. If you didn't catch it, go back and watch the replay. Morgan and I had a great time. She told me she came in really to kind of learn how to do this because she wasn't having success. And of course, then we found out it was her paste. It wasn't her. It was her paste. She just needed it to be just a tad thinner. And we got it to that point. And then she played in my room here all day and made so many cute little things. So I was very proud of her. And even Sierra and Lexi, they played and they made a few little things. So while I was work, they were here having fun. What's wrong with that picture? Right? What's wrong with that picture? They're in here having a good old time. And I couldn't even get in my door. This is a very small room. It's I took the smallest spare room that we have and made this my office when we first moved in here. And I thought, well, this will be perfect for me. It's not too big. I didn't have a lot of stuff at that time. And I sew. So it was my sewing room. It was perfect. It was perfect. But now as I have gotten more machines and more fabric, and now my Chalk Couture, my room's just not big enough anymore. So when I tried to get in here today, the girls were in here, and 3 chairs. This one, the one that I have back there, and another one. And when I opened the door, I actually hit Sierra, hit her chair, and she's like, "Oh, Nene, you can't come in here." And I was like, come on. Why can't I come in there? But they were having such a ball in here, so I just let them play. I went ahead and did what I needed to do, and then when they were finished, they went home, and then I visited with Morgan, so. And then she packed up, and then she left, so. So I'm going to dry these. They do dry very quickly because we kind of just washed over these, so. Hopefully I won't blow them all over the table. Morgan, I wasn't going to judge you. Morgan said that the reason why I couldn't come in is because she didn't want me to judge her. And she was doing great. Everything she did turned out beautiful. So you didn't have to worry about that, Morgan. So this is what these look like, guys. I did not do the backs, and I didn't do the sides. I just did the front. So, okay. So we are just going to move this. We don't need that anymore. So I'm just going to put it over in my little water container. Remember, I told you I always keep a little tub of water over here so that so I can put my transfers in them as we're doing them. And I don't have to worry about it. So it's much easier. You are losing your mind. Oh, Morgan. Don't lose your mind. So, this is our transfer. And I know that I'm going to cut it. And it's okay. My upline cut hers too. And you can cut yours up. You can cut it into different sections or whatever. But I do want to kind of do my tags like she did. And I do want to put love on these tags, and then we're just going to put the Conquers All on my board. So I'm not really copying her, I'm just using her suggestions. So let me grab my scissors Hey, Carlin, how are you? Hope you're doing well. So the other thing is when you cut your transfers up, and this is supposed to be like this, so there's no cut lines, no nothing. When you cut your transfer up, you have to make sure that there is enough of the green, this green or turquoise, whatever you want to call it, that there is enough between what you're cutting and the other piece. And as you can see, there is enough room there that I can cut and it's not gonna hurt it, okay? So I know that this is gonna be like, oh my goodness, what is she doing? You would be surprised of how many of designers do cut their transfers up because they want to be able to utilize different parts of them. And I can still, if I decided I wanted to do it exactly like this, I can put it back. I can put this piece down, put this piece, and nobody's going to ever know the difference that I actually cut it. Nobody, I promise. Nobody's going to ever know, except for you guys here. That's it. So I'm going to put this piece over here. We're going to come back to it. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this, I'm going to fuzz it. So I'm going to roll it up. I'm going to pull it off. I will put, I'm going to write love on the back of that one so that I know that that's what this goes to. I'm going to use my fuzzing cloth and I'm going to fuzz it. And then pull it off. And just fuzz it again. You just want to get enough fuzz on the back of it that you can actually get it up off of whatever you're putting it on. It doesn't need to be a lot, just enough, okay? Just enough. All right, we'll put that over there and hopefully I won't lose it. And then we're going to take and we're going to put this L right about, I'm trying to make it kind of even, but not really, you know, trying to make sure I'm pretty close there. I'm going to rub it, and then I am going to get my squeegee, and I was going to use almond, but my board is actually white, so I'm going to get some white paste, which is kind of funny because I just told Morgan that I don't typically use white paste as much as I thought that I would, because she's like, hey Mom, you've got so much white back there. And I'm like, yeah, because they say that you'll use white more than anything. And my container is not the cleanest, but it's okay. I'm going to clean it before I close everything up. And of course, this is a nice consistency because I think that we did use it the other night, or I was playing around with it and kind of showing how it was kind of fluffy. And it still is not the right consistency. And if you remember my tip from last night, it probably needs to go in the microwave for just a little bit. And then have a little more water in it. But it does work this way, so we're just going to leave it. So I'm going to just dip it in. And I'm just going to go across here, filling in the lines. Filling in this screen. Working kind of quickly. Because that's the key. You do want to work kind of quick, because it is chalk paste and it does dry fairly quickly. Now, if you have a fan or an open window, it will definitely dry fast. So there's our L. We're going to bring over the next one. And then we're going to put the O on here. Trying to make sure. I'm just eyeballing it, guys. just to make sure it's on here. It may not be quite centered, but I think it'll be okay. So nobody told me what they were doing, other than I know Morgan's going back to Pennsylvania, and she's in Maryland right about now. But what's everybody else been up to? I mean, it's Friday. You know, it's Friday. One more day at work for me, and then I am 2 days off, and I cannot wait. Mother's Day is on Sunday, so that'll be a good day. So I'm going to say Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, because I won't be on Sunday. So now this went off just a little bit on the sides. I'm not going to worry about it. My tags aren't quite wide enough, but it works for me. Hey Dana, how are you? Lexi, you did homework? You did homework after you left my house, right? Yes, Quinn. It was uneventful, huh? Wait a minute. I think that maybe you placed an order, so that was eventful, right? That was eventful. And you have a little one. I'm sure she kept you busy today. And I am talking about Jenny. She probably was under your feet, right? I think this is a tad crooked, guys. I'm just going to pick it back up. And that's the other thing that I like about these. That if it's not in the right place, guys, just move it. Just move it. You know, get it where you want it. And then put it back on. I bet it was. I can't wait to see what you get, Quinn. I really can't. You know, I really can't wait to see you at least do a live. You don't have to even do a live. Just post a video of what you're doing. You can pre-record. You know, I tell people, you do it how you want to. But I would love to see you doing exactly what I'm doing. And talking to people. And having a good time. Because I can see you doing this. I can see you talking to people. A little backstory for me. Nobody probably wants to hear it. But, you know, I'm in here by myself. So I have to have my own little conversations with you guys. So you're going to hear it anyway. So my little backstory is that when I was in school, I was the person that sat in the back of the class. I did not want to be seen by anyone, nor did I ever want to talk to people. I didn't want to be called on. I didn't want to give reports. It just wasn't me. I was so nervous. I would actually make myself sick if I had to do a book report and stand in front of all of my classmates. I was just like, I can't do it. I would tell my mom, I don't want to go to school today. I have to do a book report. I don't want to do it. Or I have to do a project in front of the class. I don't want to do it. I can't do it. I'm going to be sick. I don't feel good. I would get myself so worked up that I just could not do it. And my grandmother, who is no longer with us, told me one time, she'd been at the house, or I had been at her house that weekend or whatever, and I told her I had this report that I had to do, and I didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to do it. It wasn't me. I just did not want to put myself out there for anybody. And she's like, boo. Because she called me boo. Most people do call me boo. So if you ever call me boo, I won't be offended by it at all. My mom calls me boo. My sisters. So anyway, she's like, boo. This is what you do. And I'm like, what? She's like, as soon as the teacher asks, who wants to come up and give their book report, or who wants to come up and do their project and be the first person? You raise your hand. And I was like, nope, not happening. No. Not me. Not going to be me, Grandma. I'm sorry. I love you, and I know you're trying to help me. Not going to be me. And she's like, boo, you don't understand. And I'm like, Grandma, I do understand. I'm going to be the first person up there, and I'm going to be like, because I don't like to talk in front of people. So she's like, boo, just do it. Because here's the thing. You're going to get up there. One, you're going to be the first person. There might be 20, 30 kids in that classroom, but you're going to be the first one. And you're going to get it done, and you're going to get it over with, and you're going to sit there through the other kids, and you're already done. Those kids are feeling the same way you are. And I just shook my head, and I went on about my business. And when I got home and got up the next morning, and I'm going off to school, I get to class, and the teacher says, so do we have any volunteers who wants to do their book report first or their project first? And nobody raised their hand. And I was like, oh, my grandma was right here in my head. And she's like, you got to raise your hand. So I raised my hand. And I got up and I did it. And the rest of the time, I sat there. But I'm the one that never wanted to be in front of people. And you can ask my kids. I took a job that I have to talk to people all the time. And the first time I had to, I told my boss, I can't do this. Can't do it. But I've taught myself to put myself out there. And with this business, I'm putting myself out there every night, except for Saturdays and Sundays, because that's for my family. But every night, I'm putting myself out there. So if you can't do a live, don't worry about it. Do it just one-on-one, just you and the camera, and talk about what you're doing and post it on Facebook until you get comfortable enough and be like, okay, I can do this. You know, do baby steps. Baby steps. The first one, when I got my kit, ooh, you should see me. Go back and watch me when I got my kit. Thought I was going to be ill. I thought I was in school again. I told Donna, I can't do this. Oh my God, I felt like I'm going to be sick. And then finally I was like, oh my God, just forget about this. Just turn that camera on. Talk to whoever's there. And there wasn't anybody. I pre-recorded it. But I still felt sick because I knew I was going to post it on Facebook and somebody was going to see it. And somebody was probably going to say, oh, what do you think you're doing? What is that? You shouldn't be doing that. Oh, you were horrible, or you were this. But you know what? They didn't do that. That was just in my head that somebody was going to say that. And I was going to feel like I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. So now I just get on here and I just talk to you guys. And I just talk to you and talk to you. Whether you talk back, I know you're there. And I'm having a good time, and I feel good, and I love what I'm doing. I love this. This is an amazing business. So just remember, if you aren't under me, and you're not one of the designers with me, and you think this is something that you can do, give it a shot. Reach out to me. Let me get you the video, the opportunity video. You make your own decisions. I'm doing this because I want to make a good decision for me. I want to have fun, and I want to make a little extra money. Everybody can use a little extra money these days. You know? That is why I do this. And I hope that I bring some kind of joy and happiness to your lives because, guys, without you, I can't do this. And I know that Quinn that's out there, that's under me, she can do this. She's a mom. She has a little one under her feet. But you know what? I know she can do it. I know it. Kathleen, I know Kathleen can do it. She's under me too. I know she can do it. And she's a mom. She has kids in college. You know, she's a busy woman. It doesn't take much time. So, we also have Jenny, who's just a hobbyist. She just wants to do it as a hobby and make nice things for her family. You know, you don't have to grow a business. You can do this however you want. So, with that being said, I see all these little remarks up there. Morgan, who's on the road right now going back home, says she hates to be in front of people too. She gets it from her mom, let me tell you. I'm trying to put myself out there. Oh, well, Susan, welcome to my group. I am so glad you are here. And you know, it's good sometimes to put yourself out there. It gives you confidence. It makes you stand a little taller, you know? So, let's see, just remember. Well, that's true, Morgan. Haters do not motivate you, you know? But we are here to raise each other up, and my success, your success, we all succeed together. This is a group where we all succeed together. I want to be there to help you. If I have to hold your hand and I have to say, what can I do to help you get to where you want in Chalk Couture? I'm here for you. Okay? Always. Quinn, I love you. I am so glad you're here, Susan, too. I really am. Guys, please say hello to Susan. So Susan found me via the Instagram, right, Susan? I'm correct, right? I got you. Right. I think so. Anyway, welcome, Susan. I've got a little thing on Facebook. I also posted it on Instagram if you guys didn't see it. I'm doing these little, yes, I felt that was you, Susan. So for the first 12 people that message me with their address, their physical address, I am going to send out these little kits so that you can get it in your hand. But it has to be someone that has never, ever heard of chalk, ever even tried Chalk Couture. I want to get it into hands of people that have never done it. You guys see me every day. Some of you guys have played with this. You know what it is. But there's so many other people out there that don't know what it is. So I actually sat today, and if you go and you'll look at my post, you'll see it. But I put these little teeny bags together that I'm going to mail out to 12 people so that they can see what this is all about. They can get it in their hand and they can try it. Because I'm telling you, Susan, if you try this, you're going to love it. You're going to be hooked. I started with this business back in February. I looked at it, I watched it. I watched somebody online doing exactly what I'm doing right now, talking to you and saying, if you think this is something you want to do, try it, try it. I did it. I signed up. Sight unseen, had never touched the product. Ever touched the product. And I love it. I'm telling you. Susan, you're going to love it. I cannot wait. I'm going to put your stuff in the mail as soon as possible. Maybe tomorrow. Fingers crossed. I know. I can't wait for you. I can't wait for you to try it. And I can't wait for you to send me a message back and tell me how much you love it. So I'm going to continue on. I know we've gone way over. You know, this is kind of like a motivational kind of thing, but that's not where I really wanted it to be. But it just, sometimes it just comes out of you, right? All right, so did I dry these? No, they're still a little damp. So let's dry these. And then I'm going to show you what they look like. Susan, I know that you came on late, but all I did is I took these tags that I picked up at our little Dollar General store that I live close to. And I took these tags and I actually did like a whitewash using our paste. I took a little of the paste, took a little water, and I just kind of wiped it on here with a brush. They were this color. They were this color, Susan. And then I turned it into this with our paste. So I think it looks really good. So I have, and I know it's looking backwards, Susan. Facebook is having this really weird thing that when I flip my camera, the screen's green. So for right now until, and that's with the new update. So until they decide to fix it, everything is going to be kind of backwards. So I was trying to get these so that you can see. I do have, and I'm dropping them. It's me. It happens. But as you can see, I have all of the letters for love on my little tags. Okay? All right, so we're going to move on to putting this, the rest of this transfer, and the rest of it says conquers all. So we have love conquers all. So we're going to take this and we're going to roll it off. Remember, guys, mark your backs. I don't have a pen close enough, but make sure you mark your back. You can just put back. You can put love conquers all, so you know what this is. Just put something on there. You can also put, if you have a transfer that has like 5 or 6 different little ones in it, just put a 1 on the front and 1 on the back, vice versa, throughout the whole thing. So you know what back, and this is the one I took off of love. So you know that this, and you can see it's matted, that's the back. And you can see the front, can you tell that that's a little shining? See how it's a little shiny? That's the front. That's where you want your transfer to go back on, okay? So I will find a pen and I will do that after when I go to put them back on. And you want to roll your transfers. These are, they are silk screen transfers. So they're not a typical stencil. They actually have a silk screen in them that's already cut. There's a little bit of screen in there. I don't know if you can actually see. There's a little screen in there. That's where your paste is going to go through. So it's not like a Cricut where you would make a transfer or stencil from your Cricut machine if you own one. And it would be all open. You'd have to weed everything. Everything is done for you right here. Absolutely everything is done here. So you don't have to worry about that. Not that I don't love my Cricut, because I have one, you know. But this makes life a little easier. So we're going to just take my fuzzing cloth, which we all know we can get on my site. If you do not have a fuzzing cloth, remember you don't always have to have one. You use what you have in your house right now if you have to. Just a towel, just a towel. You just want to get a little bit of fuzz on your transfer. It just helps to get it off of your surface. I'm just going to wipe this. I got a little dust there. And let's move this out of the way. And then we're going to put this on our board. And of course you can see, even though I fuzzed it, it is still sticky. I think I'm going to go down right about there. And if you remember your little trick from last night, guys, remember if you put a little stir stick underneath the corner on the green, it'll help us get it back off. Now, when you put your transfer on, you want to make sure, and I have something there. I can see it and I can feel it. We want to get that off. It's a piece of fuzz. This is when I need my tweezers. That's the next thing that Chalk Couture should come out with, a set of tweezers. All right, so we want to make sure we're going to get all the air bubbles out of our transfer. Because as you know, air bubbles make puddles underneath our screen. And we don't want that. All right. So I think that's pretty straight. And I'm not sure that I'm going to do this whole transfer. I think I'm going to pick pieces out of it. Oh, Susan, I do too. It's right as I'm coming home every day. It's like, oop, let me go in. Gotta go. Let's see what they're... I've been there today. It happens. So we are going to use my current jam, which I haven't used my current jam in a while. So I am going to use current jam. And I think I'm also going to use our Blue Jay. So it's kind of that red, white, and blue theme without really being like a flag. But I figured, why not, right? So I know that my current jam probably needs to have a little love because I haven't used it in a while. So we're going to stir it up. I'm going to try to stir it away from my transfer because I don't want anything to get on it. I did put some water in this the last time I used it. And I also cleaned my jar really good so that it had a nice seal and it wasn't drying out. And it's a little thick. This is not how we want it. You want it to be that yogurt kind of consistency. I've heard people say they like it to be that yogurt consistency, sour cream, cake batter. You know, it's that consistency. It's nice and smooth. It runs off of your stir stick here. So just going to give it a little love. Remember, you always want to use distilled water. Okay. If you don't have distilled water, I would recommend getting a little dish, putting a little bit of your paste over in the dish, add water. You can add some tap water into that, stir it up, get it to the consistency you want, use it, but don't put the tap water in your jar because tap water will cause the paste to mold. I'm assuming because of all the chemicals and stuff that are in water, you know, when they're cleaning and all that. I don't know. I don't work for the water department. I don't know. I just do what they tell me and use my distilled water. So this is starting to look a little better. I still think it needs a little more. So we'll just give it another little squirt. So tell me, you guys, something that you would like to see. Is there a transfer that you've seen on my Chalk site that you are like, I really wish you had that and I really wish you could show me how to use it? Is there anything out there? Because I'm probably going to place an order and maybe like the next couple weeks. And I'd like to have some ideas of what you might want to see. So if you think of anything, let me know. This is getting better, guys. One more little squirt. I know somebody's got to have something. I mean, Morgan would tell me, you know, lemons, because she likes lemons. I do have the lemonade one coming soon. I can't wait to see that. I also have the boho floral coming, so that'll be fun to play with. Especially since it has all those flowers. Okay, I think that's better. I think my blue is really good. This is the one we used last night. So we're just going to give this a little stir because I did put some water in this one last night before I put it away, which is always a good thing to do, guys, is to put a little water in it before you put it away for the evening so that it can hydrate. It's the thing about our chalk paste is it does like to have some water. It'll be much easier for you. The thicker your paste, the harder it is to go through this silk screen. So the thinner it is, the better it's going to be for you and you won't be fighting with it. It also doesn't dry out as quickly. All right, let's see. I am going to, I need a bigger squeegee. Use our small squeegee, and I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do this in the blue, and then I'm going to do all in red. So let's get going, right? Let's get going. So you're just going to put some paste on here. And hopefully this blue, you know, the blue, I always say the blue doesn't show up, but it really does when we do it. And then we're just pulling that paste across the transfer, getting it in to all of the screen. And actually I don't know if I want to do the dots or not. But I want to make sure I get it all in the screen. I see a little bit there. Put it in there. Come down. We're going to scrape it off. Make sure you put your extra paste back into your container because it is reusable. Oh, see, now I have to do the dots because I ended up getting it on the dots anyway. That's okay. No big deal. It's not a big deal at all. I'll just do these little dots. Sometimes it figures it out what it wants to do on its own, not just me. All right, and we'll do these little dots up here real quick. We're going to pull it off to reveal what we've done, and then we're going to dry it fairly quickly. We'll lay the transfer back down, and then we'll finish. All right. Everybody still there with me? Or did you guys leave me? Everybody's so quiet. Quinn said last night I was just so mesmerizing. So, all right, we're just going to pull this up real quick to reveal. And I know it's hard to see right this second, guys. I know it is. I'm going to take my little dryer here, and I'm going to dry it. Oh, I'm so glad you're still watching and your 7-year-old's there. I'm telling you, this is great for kids. You know, little small projects. Kids always want to do something. So this is really easy and it's non-toxic. So that's always a plus. Quinn, I knew I hadn't lost you, girlfriend. I knew you were there. I was trying not to make, yeah, that should be good and dry. I was just trying to lay it back down easy and just press down the part that you're going to do next. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the flowers or not. I'm still debating on that. Maybe I will. We'll see. We'll see. So I am going to do all, and we're going to do that in the red, or actually it's currant jam. I was going to tell you something, and now it totally lost it. It's okay. It'll come back to me. It might. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. Do not be surprised when you use certain colors that they stain your transfer. Okay? It happens. The different colors, different pigments, it can cause it to stain your transfer. Your transfer is still usable. Do not freak out about it. Just make sure you clean them really good. I showed you how to clean them last night, so if you don't know, go back and watch the video. I showed you how to clean them up really, really good. How to store them. Because you want to make sure you're able to use these over and over. They are reusable up to about 12 times if you take care of them properly and you do everything that, you know, we tell you to do, because we want you to succeed and we want you to hold on to your transfers. So, and with our transfers, you can also use them with ink. We have an ink line that you can actually use. I'm going to try to easily pull this up, guys. There we go. We have an ink line that you can use, so you can ink like t-shirts and pillowcases, sweatshirts, ball caps, tennis shoes. How about a cute little pair of tennis shoes? Wouldn't that be cute with like some little lemons on it? Oh, for summertime, Quinn, you have to put the little lemons on baby girl's little tennis shoes with some ink. Oh, so cute. That would be so cute. Make her a little t-shirt. So I did miss one little spot, so I'm going to try to put this down and just barely touch the piece that I missed. And see if I can get it. It was one little teeny spot there. And then pull it back up really quickly. And hopefully I got it. I did! Yay! Let me dry that really quickly. Yes, Quinn, wouldn't that be adorable with a little denim skirt and some little white tennis shoes with some lemons on it and a shirt with lemons? Ah! I'm telling you, she'd be cute as a button. There's so much you can do with this. The sky is the limits, guys. If you can think it, you can chalk it, I'm telling you. Or ink it with our ink line. All right, so maybe, no, it's very sticky, guys. I'm trying really hard not to press it back onto what we've already done. But I think I might actually do these and do these in the white. I know that we did the love in the white, but I think I'm going to do those in white. Of course, I put the top on here really tightly. It's okay. It's all right. All right, let's do this very quickly. I'll get some paste here. All right. I'm just going to go over top of this. I think I need a smaller little squeegee for down in the bottom because it gets to a little point there and I don't want to go too far and mess it up. I already see one little spot that I'm going to have to fix. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix it just in case you don't know. So, come back this way. And then we're going to come over here. Anybody have any questions? Quinn, I can't wait for you to tell Jenny what I came up with for little baby girl. She'll be running out to get some white little tennis shoes for her. And she'll be like, okay, order some ink. Let's get this done. Get this for the baby. All right. And like I said, I have that one little piece down in the bottom. And I have a little teeny squeegee that I actually cut up. I cut a squeegee. I took one of my squeegees and I made a little bitty baby squeegee to get into these little teeny tiny spots here. So we do that. Let's get up here, get all this taken care of. All right. I think we're good. Let's pull this off. Okay, that's pretty good, guys. And I'm not going to put that border in the bottom. I did not want that border in the bottom. So I'm going to stick this over in my little tub of water over here. Remember, I always tell you, you want to stick it in some water. Oh, good morning. I like these colors too. I like them a lot. Let me dry this, and then I'm going to show you where I made a little boo-boo, and we're going to fix it. You know me, Morgan. I like that red, white, and blue. It is so me. All right. So remember, guys, if you do not have a fancy little machine like this, you can use a blow dryer. This is actually a embossing tool for embossing, if you know what embossing is. So I didn't pay hardly anything for it. It's perfect for what I need. So, of course, I got white paste on me. I'm just trying to get some of these things closed up, and then I'm going to show you where I got a little boo-boo here that we're going to fix. And we're almost done, guys. We are almost done. So easy, and I probably talked more than I actually took in chalking. So we have two little boo-boos. First, I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I really like it. It's very Americana, which is what I like. I like that red, white, and blue. But you can see right here, you can see where I got a little bit of paste right there. So we're going to get that off. And then if you look right there, see where I got the blue? You see it? Right in there? We're going to get that off. And that is easy. You're just going to take a Q-tip, dip it in a little bit of water, and then you are just going to wipe over top of it, and you're going to get it off. Because remember, I told you, it is water soluble. It starts out wet, and then it dries hard. So I just got that all off. Now, if you were using paint, you would not have been able to get that off. You know, how many times have you gone and you've gotten paint and you've decided that you're going to paint a picture, and then all of a sudden you get it all over, come off, you can't get it off. So I think I smeared it a little bit. I have to move it so I can see, and I'm trying to keep up with your comments. Hey, Dylan. I know, Quinn, these are really pretty. They're really, really pretty together. And, you know, I like that farmhouse red a lot better than that really, really bright red. My kitchen is done in farmhouse red, you know, so there's nothing wrong with red, but I just don't want a really, really bright red. So I like the lighter color of that red. I think that's great. So, you know, we have our tags, and it's supposed to say, love conquers all. So we have to get these tags on here, and I am going to tie them on right here with a little ribbon, a little something. So let me see what I can find, because, you know, I didn't bring anything over. So maybe Morgan gave me this before she left, and she's like, Mom, I don't know if you can use this or not, but here it is. And I actually like this one that's actually striped, so that's what we're going to use. We're going to use this little striped, it's kind of like jute. It's probably not, it's a cotton, but this is what we're going to use. So we're going to put those on here. I just have to figure out how I want to do them on here so that I have enough to be able to keep up with them. So, we'll see. Yeah, I love these colors. I think it is super, super cute. All right. Let me get some scissors. Some scissors. All right. So I have one on. We want to make sure we spell it correctly too, right? Be my luck, I would spell it wrong and it would be horrible. People would be like, oh my goodness, what happened to you? What happened to you? To move my board so I can try to get these spaced in here right. You know, it's the embellishments that always take the longest time, you know. Trying to figure out how we want it, right? But it always turns out good. I'm always very pleased with it. So it always turns out well. All right. I haven't lost anybody on there yet, have I? You guys are still watching, quietly watching, quietly. Almost done, guys. Oh, look, everybody's still there. You know, it's good to know, because when I get quiet, I feel like you guys get quiet. And I don't, you know, it's not like I think you leave. It's just like, oh, well, maybe they're just watching me. I mean, I know that's what this is all about, right? But sometimes it's nice to kind of know you're still there. So I still have one more to put on, guys. And we'll see what happens. I might actually have to get my little glue gun. I probably should turn that on really quickly. It doesn't take long to heat up. And we'll make sure it's plugged in, because last night it was not. All right. It'll only take a second for that, I promise, guys. All right. Okie dokie. So, I think that looks good. And then, I'm trying to make sure my spacing is pretty good. Oh, sorry guys, my table. I know y'all hear me talk about my table all the time. I really, really need to figure out how to fix my table. I'm just not real sure how to right yet. I'm hoping when I go into Morgan's room, like I was telling you guys in the beginning, this is one of our spare bedrooms. And when we moved in here, I took the small room for my craft room, my sewing room, my craft room. And then it has a master, and then there was another room. And the other room is actually a bigger room, but we gave it to our daughter, Morgan. And now since Morgan has left home and moved out and moved to Pennsylvania, it's still her room and her stuff is still in it. but we're thinking of maybe moving my office into there and making this the spare bedroom. So she'd still have a place to come and stay when she's in, but it would just give me a little more space. So we'll see. We'll see. It's just going to take some time. So, but guys, I think this is really cute, and so I'm going to give you kind of the gist of the idea here. So this is what it's going to... Not perfect. I tell people all the time, I'm not perfect. I'm just not perfect. I try to pretend like I am, but this is what it's going to look like. I think this is really cute. I'm going to lay those down a little bit. We might have to put like a little bit of hot glue. But I think this is going to be really, really adorable. This is Love Conquers All. Yes, Lexi, I will remember hot glue is hot. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, isn't this cute? Oh my God, it is so adorable. I am telling you, I can't imagine Chalk Couture not being in my life. Honestly, I really can't. So guys, I know we do have a couple new people on here. While I'm tying this on the back, I'm just going to give you a little information. If you see what you like and you think this is something that you would be interested in, doing it as a hobby, a part-time business to make a little moolah on the side, to run it, to eventually run it as a full-time business, put hashtag team in the comments and I can get you the opportunity video. You can check it out. There's no feelings hurt if you decide that's not for you. If you want to do it, like I said, as a hobbyist, even to get the 40% off of the merchandise is definitely worth it. So, like I said, put team in the comments and I can get you the opportunity video. We also have Club Couture. This is our Club Couture. I don't even think I'm going to need the hot glue. Look, I got it to stay, guys. This is the Club Couture transfer of the month. Club Couture is $19.99 a month. It is a subscription. It comes right to your door with a transfer and 3 chalk paste that coordinate with it. These are not the colors that coordinate with it because I'm a designer and all I get is the transfer. I do not get the paste. But you would get 3 packs of paste that would coordinate with it. The only other thing you would need is you would need a surface, and you have all kinds of surfaces in your house that you can chalk, or you can actually purchase, excuse me guys, the Kickstart kit. Add the Kickstart kit to that subscription because that's going to give you 2 surfaces that you can chalk on. It's going to give you your squeegee. It's going to give you a stir stick. Actually, it gives you the utility one, which I have talked to you guys about before. It's going to give you this utility tool, which is a stir stick. It is also a tiny little squeegee to get into those little teeny tiny places. You're also going to get your chalk erasers with that. There's a lot of things that come in that little kit, and the only way you can get that Kickstarter kit is by being a member, by signing up, and then when you fill out the form, it asks if you would like to add that on. That's the only time you ever see that. It's not in our catalog at all. You have to join to get that Kickstart kit unless you want to purchase each individual piece later. Let's see, what else? So if you want to do that, put hashtag club and I can get you the information for that. Make sure you jump into my VIP group. my VIP group on Monday. Remember, we're going to have a virtual party. And basically, you need to be in that group. It is private. I will not be here on Facebook live on Monday because of this party. It's just for my VIP people that want to join me over there. And so join, and we're going to have some fun. So that's going to be at 8 o'clock on Monday. But I will be back on Tuesday here live doing some more things. So guys, I hope you love this as much as I do. I think this is adorable. This would look good in anybody's home in an entryway. 4th of July, Memorial Day, and Labor Day are all upon us. This is that red, white, and blue theme. If you love it like I do, this would be beautiful in an entryway as you're coming in, or up on a shelf or a bookcase. People would be amazed. They're going to say, "Where did you get that?" And you're going to say, "I made it." And then they're going to ask you how. And then you can say, "Let me tell you all about this company and what you can do with this." So guys, if there's anything else I can do for you, please remember to reach out to me. Send me a text. Put the comments in there. If you have questions, I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And guys, I hope you have a great evening. And I guess I'll be chalking and talking with you on Tuesday, because tomorrow is Saturday and I won't be here. Time for some family time. Well, guys, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Night.